They say the past is a foreign land, but for many of us it feels like quicksand. Regret grips us, whispers cruel reminders of our mistakes, and keeps us stuck. What if I told you that the way out isn't to fight the quicksand, but to stand still, to let it go entirely? That's the Stoic way. Today we're diving deep into 10 Stoic ways to overcome past regrets and mistakes and regain the peace you deserve. But first, if you're ready to conquer your inner struggles and live with purpose, hit that subscribe button and join us on this journey of unshakable resilience. Let's walk this path together. We've all been there. Maybe you missed an opportunity that could have changed your life, and now it haunts you like an echo. But here's the first lesson Stoicism teaches us. Regret is a mental construct, not a reality. It's not the mistake itself that holds you captive, it's how you think about it. So, let's shatter those chains. Here are the 10 ways a true Stoic overcomes regret. You have control. Regret thrives when we blame ourselves for things we couldn't control. Epictetus, one of Stoicism's greats, said, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not." Think back to that time you missed a job opportunity. Did you prepare, show up, give your best? If yes, then your role ends there. The outcome? It was never yours to control. Stop carrying the weight of outcomes that were never in your power to decide. What would happen if you only judged yourself on what you could control? View regret as a teacher. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Mistakes aren't just errors, they're feedback. Each regret is a lesson in disguise. Imagine you argued with a loved one, said things you regret. Instead of wallowing in guilt, ask, "What can I learn?" Maybe you lacked patience, maybe you misunderstood their intentions. Now you know better, and knowing better means you can do better. Regret is like the philosopher Diogenes, constantly criticizing your actions, but instead of living in a barrel, regret lives rent-free in your head. Kick it out. Premeditatio malorum. Here's where Stoicism gets controversial. The Stoics believed in imagining the worst-case scenario before it happens. They called it premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. If you anticipate failure, regret loses its sting. It's not about pessimism, it's about preparation. If you expect obstacles, you're ready to face them, and the emotional baggage of regret vanishes. Next time you're nervous about giving a presentation, imagine forgetting your lines, dropping your notes, or someone yawning in the audience. Sounds harsh, right? But now that you've pictured it, those fears lose their power. Forgive yourself. Regret grows strongest when we forget that we too are human, imperfect, and learning. Think about a time when a friend came to you with a mistake they regretted deeply. Maybe they hurt someone they loved or failed to meet a goal. What did you do? You probably reassured them, saying, "It's okay, you're not defined by this moment. Learn from it and move on." Now ask yourself, why can't you offer that same kindness to yourself? Stoicism teaches us to treat ourselves with the same fairness and understanding we give others. Epictetus reminds us, "When you are offended at any man's fault, turn to yourself and study your own failings. Then you will forget your anger." Forgiveness doesn't mean erasing the past. It means acknowledging it, learning from it, and choosing not to let it weigh you down. It's a way of saying, "I made a mistake, but I am not the mistake." Let that truth sink in. Live in the present moment. Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "Confine yourself to the present." Yet, most of us live trapped in the past, replaying our mistakes over and over, as though thinking about them endlessly will somehow change them. The Stoics knew that the present moment is all we truly possess, and it's where we must focus our energy. Think about this. You're walking through your day, but your mind is stuck on that time you embarrassed yourself at a meeting or made the wrong decision in a relationship. While you're lost in those thoughts, life is happening around you. The opportunity to connect with a loved one, to enjoy a beautiful day, or to improve your current situation slips away unnoticed. Living in the present isn't about ignoring your mistakes. It's about recognizing that the only way to improve is to act now. The past is unchangeable and the future is unpredictable, but this moment, it's yours to control. Regret is like carrying a bag of bricks everywhere you go. Drop the bag. It wasn't even yours to carry in the first place. Number 6. Reframe your mistakes as part of your journey. Regret tells you that mistakes are failures. Stoicism tells you they're stepping stones. Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." What he meant is that every challenge, every mistake is part of the process of becoming who you're meant to be. Imagine someone learning to play the guitar. They struggle through chords, hit wrong notes, and mess up rhythms. Would you call that person a failure? Of course not, it's part of learning. Yet when it comes to our own lives, we expect perfection and call every misstep a disaster. Reframing your mistakes means seeing them as necessary. The relationship that didn't work out taught you what love isn't. The job you lost pushed you towards something better. When you view your mistakes this way, regret loses its power over you. Epictetus said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." When you shift your focus from what went wrong to what you gained, you begin to see mistakes as growth. Control your inner narrative. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The story you tell yourself about your mistakes determines whether regret controls you or strengthens you. By controlling your inner narrative, you take away regret's power to define you by a single mistake. You shift from being the villain in your story to being the hero who learns and grows. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the Stoic secret. You can't change the past, but you can change how you think about it. And by changing your thoughts, you change your future. Regret loves to play the role of the narrator in your life. Don't let it. Grab the pen and write your own story. Use regret to build virtue. Regret can either break you or build you. It's all in how you use it. A Stoic understands that mistakes are opportunities to practice and strengthen virtue. Seneca said, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." This means that within every regret lies the seed of growth, waiting for you to nurture it. Let's say you regret snapping at a coworker during a stressful moment. Instead of letting guilt fester, use that moment to practice patience the next time you're stressed. Regret isn't a prison. It's a reminder to choose a better path moving forward. Virtue, in Stoic terms, isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. Courage, patience, humility, all of these come from facing and learning from moments of weakness. When regret surfaces, see it as your chance to strengthen these qualities. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Regret is a signal. It's telling you where you have room to grow. Don't argue with it. Act. Accept the finiteness of time. Here's the truth no one likes to admit. The past is gone, the future is uncertain, and all we truly have is this moment. Marcus Aurelius said, "You could leave life right now." Let that determine what you do and say and think. Regret wastes the one resource you can never get back, your time. Imagine spending hours replaying a mistake from 10 years ago, maybe a relationship that ended poorly, or a career opportunity you let slip by. Those hours are gone, just like the moment you're regretting. The Stoic way is to acknowledge that time is finite and to use what remains wisely. Seneca warned us, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Regret is one of the biggest thieves of your time. Instead of letting it steal more, choose to focus on what you can do today to create a better tomorrow. Regret is like scrolling through your phone for hours, only to realize your battery is almost dead. Time to plug into the present before you miss the chance. Number 10. The love of fate. Finally, the ultimate Stoic mindset, amor fati, or the love of fate. This means embracing everything that happens to you, the good, the bad, and yes, even the mistakes. Friedrich Nietzsche, heavily influenced by Stoicism, put it perfectly. That one wants nothing to be different, not forward, not backward, not in all eternity. Think of a major regret in your life. Maybe it was a failed business, a broken relationship, or a path you didn't take. Now, ask yourself, who would you be without that experience? Would you have learned resilience, humility, or the value of starting over? When you love your fate, you stop wishing for things to have been different and start appreciating how they've shaped you into who you are today. Each of these principles leads to the same core Stoic truth. Regret isn't your enemy. It's a tool, a chance to grow, learn, and move forward with purpose. By letting go of the past and embracing what is, you reclaim your peace and your power. Good day.